We like to find ways to save you more money, or at least tell you what's happening in that effort, right? There's a political showdown right now brewing at the Texas Capitol over the best way to lower your property tax bills.
They've been high for a long time. Today, the Texas House passed bills to provide Texans relief. Their plan, look, very different than the one approved unanimously last month by the Senate. Who would figure that? Political reporter Jack Fink is here. So you've been reporting on the differences. We've been talking almost daily about it. Lieutenant Governor said he will not negotiate. We've all kind of heard that story before. So what's the real deal? Where are we?
Well, Doug and Nicole, this is hardball politics, no doubt about it. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick drew a line in the sand today, but the Speaker of the House, Dade Phelan, said he's willing to talk this out and strike a deal.
The math doesn't work.
In his strongest language yet, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick rejected the House's plan to lower property tax bills and insisted it's dead on arrival in the Senate.
Sometimes you just have to know when to fold your cards. And if they send the bill over, we're not doing appraisal caps. Period. End of story.
Hours later, the author of the House bill urged representatives to vote for their plan.
We have an opportunity here to provide the largest tax cut in our state's history, and we should certainly do it.
House Bill 2, approved today, would lower the cap property appraisals can go up each year from 10% now to 5% for all property owners. And that would save property owners on average $542 in 2024 and $733 in 2025, based on a $350,000 home. The Senate plan, previously approved, would increase the homestead exemption for most homeowners to $70,000, saving people on average $756 in 2024 and nearly $800 in 2025, based on a $331,000 home. For people over 65, the Senate plan would increase the homestead exemption to $100,000, saving seniors on average of $1,033 in 2024 and $1,062 in 2025. Today, the chair of the House Democratic Caucus offered a compromise, using the Senate's homestead exemptions and lowering the appraisal cap to 7.5%.
Homestead exemptions do much better for working families, middle-class families.
But the House rejected that compromise and voted overwhelmingly to approve House Bill 2. Afterwards, Speaker Dade Phelan said he's willing to work with the Senate on this and hash out a compromise.
The taxes are too high.
Fort Worth homeowner Dawn Lopez Leister, who's watched her property taxes increase recently, has a message for lawmakers.
Whoever is in charge of doing this tax negotiation, you need to get to work. You need to quit fighting.
I've asked the governor's office if he has expressed a preference, either Senate or the House plan, and I'm waiting for a response. The governor, though, has promised the state will deliver the largest property tax cut in state history by using half of the state's nearly $33 billion surplus and sending it back to property owners.
So we're numbers people. We want to know how this really breaks down. We're talking, you said half, so 16 to 17 billion going back to the property tax payers. How is that all going to shake out, though, when it's all said and done?
Well, the fact that this is all part of the state budget is key, and that's because the budget is the only bill that lawmakers have to pass each session. That's required by the Texas Constitution. So we will see how the big three, the governor, lieutenant governor, and the speaker, will come together on this. There's still time. The regular legislative session ends Memorial Day weekend.
The difference for everybody is when I open the envelope and go, okay, what does it really, really look like?
That's right.
Thank you, sir.
The numbers game.
You got it.